this year to move up one spot.
The Kansas City Chiefs have traded the 31st pick to the Philadelphia Eagles. With the 31st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jihaad Campbell, linebacker, Alabama.
He would have gone much higher had not been for the shoulder injury.
Yeah, no doubt. And when you think about what Philadelphia is doing, you think that they re-signed Zach Bond. It's another weapon they can add to their defense, which lost some guys up front.
And he can fly sideline to sideline. He can play 3-4 outside backer.
Woo! Woo! That it's all in the man's name. Jihaad Campbell. Let's go to war, motherfucker. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Cintron. Coming back at you with another reaction video, man. And I'm doing some analysis as well. But never, I mean, I said it last year. When I got my dream pick in, I'm gonna say Hassan Reddick in our corner, Cornell Mitchell. And then we doubled down with a corner I didn't even know we needed. I didn't even know we needed cookies and cream. You know what I'm saying? And your boy, damn, I can't think of his name. Cooper DeJean. That's a stupid song. But Howie Roseman going back to back in 2024 and 2025 with draft picks he don't usually do. A corner, 2 corners. 2002 was the last time he did that. And look up what it sparked. Us to another Super Bowl run with the Eagles in 05. And not only he drafted a quarterback, he drafted a linebacker in the first fucking round. You gotta be shitting me, man. Ain't no way this was happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, even after, you went defensive last draft, with the top 2 picks, there's no way in hell you were telling me that we were gonna draft a fucking linebacker. A linebacker in this draft. I mean, he had rated as, a top 10 talent on our board. And he dropped to us. We'll get into the issues why later. But, I mean, for Howie to make this pick, he's obviously breaking the mold. He's going, he's zigging when the rest of the league is zagging. You know what I'm saying? It's just beautiful to see the way that he has grown. He has matured into the leader, into, I almost said de facto. He is the GM. He is the guy in Philly making those decisions. After he came back from that ouster, lost the power struggle with Chip Kelly, he ain't been the same, but in a good way, the best way, man. I love, everything that this guy stands for. I mean, he's just excited. He was hyped up. I watched other clips where he's like, he's screaming, let's go. He said, the champs picked me. The champs. It's lit. You know what I'm saying? This guy, his makeup, pause, none of that. It's just phenomenal. It's exceptional. And we go back to the Alabama Will. He knows, Tyler Steen. He knows Jalen Hurts. He knows Smitty. Once again, for a star, a talented player, man. But let's get into the reasons why I love this pick. Number 1, fit a need without reaching. Plays right into the formula that we've scripted, over the past several drafts. Our top 3 picks have hit, starters out of those drafts, the past couple of years. Plus, he's a top 10 player, which I just mentioned, and talent in this draft. That's just undeniable, man. We didn't have we traded up, with the ex champions that we put BTA, belt to, what that stands for. We beat them so bad they traded with us. You know what I'm saying? Golly. But it just fell perfectly to us because Howie tried to trade up for this guy. He didn't think it would happen. He tried to get up to 22 with the Chargers. They backed out of that trade in the last minute. He tried to trade up to 24 or 25. I don't know who was there. I forgot. Might have been the Vikings and other people. But he was desperately trying to, move up to get this guy. Biting his nails. Failed to us. And, there's some idiots out there that even me, I was like, why not just let him slide? You dumbass. He might not have been there. Somebody might have been making the trade with the Chiefs to get up, to, there to get him. Because we saw, 2, I think, teams that I remember trading back into the first round to, nab talents. The Giants being one, and drafting Dart, who I don't know if that's gonna hit on their board, pun intended. But, we'll see. But, this, the formula, getting good players into the building. We didn't necessarily have a dire need for him, but with Nakobe Dean coming off surgery, that patella tendon he tore in the Green Bay Packers wild card game, I believe. Yeah, we don't know for sure that the linebackers backing up the legacy. Trotter Jr. is gonna pan out, and we wanted to have insurance. And I was like, this was a dream guy, another dream guy in the consecutive year. I'm like, I want him. There's no way in hell that I thought Howie's gonna reach out and touch him. Pause. But number 2, didn't have to give up much. Only a 5th rounder. Let the players fall to us. Edge, O-line depth, tight end, corner. Those positions are deep, and quality can be found later. But again, we are amassing premium talent. This guy was seen as a top 10 talent, and he fell to us because they have issues with his physical assessments. I'm like, those are gonna heal up. This is a dude that once again is falling to us, for medical issues, red flags, and we'll get into later what the issues are exactly. But we'll take it. Only giving up a measly 5th rounder because we have 4 in this draft. We don't have any picks beyond round 5. 6, 7, they're out, and 8 picks coming to the day still have 6 left, and there's still 6 rounds. So sitting pretty. Howie might maneuver around the board, make some other moves, and I'm fully supported. I didn't even do my drafts this round, this go round, because I was just like, similar to Howie, I'm just gonna let not get overhyped by someone and then disappoint myself when we don't get them, So it's okay because Howie, those guys are they're pros, the best of the best. They're gonna do their research and get master the best talent that they can assemble. With their selections, and with us being the last pick. So we'll see how that plays out. But he fell expert to us, and how he tried to move, and it's funny that he failed, but that actually ended up being the best move for us. Number 3, scheme, fit, and versatility. Perfect for our blitz but don't blitz stratagem that we need to put on t-shirts. 6 sacks without even blitzing, motherfucker. It's just Kansas City don't want to disrespect us with those historical 0 sacks t-shirts that they had after they beat us in the Super Bowl. So revenge is a dish best served cold, and we served it straight to your ass, but we heated your ass up though. But yeah, this guy came in as an edge rusher. Alabama has so many edge rushers. As you see in the past couple drafts that they've had guys go first, second round. Chris Campbell, I believe. Not Campbell. I forget his name. In the second round last year. So, and then Will Anderson, went in the first round. 2 seasons ago now, I believe. But yeah, man. He got moved to off the ball linebacker, excelled, but it still has that pass rushing talent. So. It's going to be a nightmare because him and Zach Bond can both blitz, but they can both play in the middle. So he has to earn his stripes. He's getting better at dropping to the spot in the zones, dropping underneath. But he has sideline speed, 4.52, faster than Zach. 6'3", 235, long guy, 2 long guys in the middle, and that can run. He has looks to be decent hands. He got a pick. I saw it in the highlight clip. But he's still growing into that to the guy he needs to be. But perfect guy. He even shouted out Zach after the pick. He was like, "Hey, I'm going to be with Zach Bond." Yeah, he knows who he is. So that Super Bowl made an impression on him. But perfect, for what we we want to do. And Vic Fangio's going to have fun with him. I forgetting the name of the blitz that we that we have. We could double mug the A gap and actually bring both guys, or have them fall back. You have a guy like Jelix Hunt on the edge who is expert at dropping a former safety. I mean, you got so much versatility. Both these guys, him and Zach, chess pieces. I mean, A gap, B gap, C gap, D gap. They can be anywhere and everywhere. So I mean, there's so much go back and forth, a cat and mouse game that we could do with these 2 guys. And I'm just looking forward to, getting him in Philly, getting him healthy first, of course. We're hitting at a tick, number 5. But I mean, it's just a I won't say a nightmare. It's a nightmare for the rest of the league, especially our divisional opponents, and a dream for us. But number 4, it shows growth as Howie not only is listening to Vic Fangio, but he never makes his pick in years prior. Like I said, this is just unheard of, unfounded for him. But he listened to Vic last year, picked Jalen in the third. He turned out to be a player. Might be most likely going to be a starter this year. I mean, we'll see it. I'm not saying it's written in on the tunes on the script that he's going to be great, but that seasoning that he got last year, invaluable. But Vic, he has say so in that draft room. Howie is paying attention. Brought in Zach Bond. Listen to him. Hey, let him play here, and the rest is history. But yeah, I mean, like, he's listening, to the guys he wants, and let him play, Jalen Carter, that high number of snaps. I was even down. I was like, really? Played even more than I forget the Christian Wilkins, the D tackle. He had tremendous amount of production. Jalen didn't even scratch that in the numbers, but the real impact, everybody can tell you that leagues above Christian Wilkins and his 11 sacks or whatever. But I mean, he's trusting his guys, and it's paying off handsomely. So we have another toy to add to that embarrassment of riches, and it's gonna be trouble, man. It's gonna be beautiful to watch. But yeah, he doesn't make that pick in previous years. He doesn't draft Quinyon. He doesn't draft Cooper DeJean. He doesn't draft Jalix. So having someone in the building that can vouch for these guys, their talent, and really develop them and coach them up, man. And then number 5, once again, we do our homework on a player with medical red flags that has been panned out for us with Nakobe Dean. Supposedly, I think his shoulder issues, and his size. Landon Dickerson and his knee issues. I mean, he was a walking red flag, but the medical checked out and turned into a Pro Bowler for us. A top 10 player at guard. And then Josh Sweat, those knees, we're supposed to hold up. Look at him now. Great contract. I think we got $21 million this year from Arizona, and went from a rotational fringe guy to a star. So I mean, medicals. We're doing our own research. Doing our own, putting in the due diligence, and unearthing these guys. So I mean, I just love it. So I mean, I'm excited, for Jihaad Campbell in the 2nd, 3rd round tomorrow, and then the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, where the real value is made. We found guys like Murrow Jomo, Johnny Wilson. Let's see. I mean, like, free agents and like Thomas Booker. Even though we didn't draft him, but brought him in free agency. So beautiful, man. I'm so excited for this guy. Like I said, it's gonna be war in Philly, and he's gonna be one of the dogs in the Chargers. He called himself. He is rough. But anyways, you're not even watching. You didn't make it to the end of this video, but it's all good because I love making these videos and I love talking about the freaking stinking Philadelphia Eagles. Hey, man, let's go. All right, man. Time to bounce, but hey, as always, it's fly, Eagles, fly, and let's motherfucking go. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Check me out at Cintron Anime, Cintron Life, or Cintron Laughs, or other social media.